Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mudassir Ijaz and welcome to my channel Prog Tech. Today, the lecture of my speech is how to insert the data in database using form and the language that I use is the PHP. So in this video, I will tell you very simple and easy method to insert the data in your database. There are lots of the video internets, but I will tell you a very simple and very easy method to insert the data. So first of all, to insert the data, you must require an form. So in the HTML tag, starting by the HTML tag, and that is my form. In form field, I will take the three inputs. The first is that text. First is that the name, email, and password. I take the three inputs and I'll use the and name them, name, email, and pass. As you all of know that in the PHP we use the in the HTML we use the name to access in PHP, and the method is the post. We use either get and post, but the post is more secure than the get, so we use the method post. So as I give the name, and to email, and to password, and I also make an button that is the submit. I'll look at the form, so please wait. Localhost slash intern slash crud operations. So here it is the my form. That is the name field, email field, and the password field, and that is a submit button. Oh, wait for that is the view record button, and now it's okay. Okay, and as you know, okay, now it's time to write the code for the PHP. First of all, to insert the data, we must have to create a connection to our database. So I have created the connection as in my previous video. I will tell you about mysqli connect that is used to make a connection to our server. So in this, I has used my database name is crud, and I'll store this whole in $link. So I use the is set operation, is set function of the PHP. Is set, so I set the btn and get by the help of $post, and similarly I get the all the name, email, and password by the help of $name. And now it's time to insert the data in our database. I'll make it very easy for you. Please wait just a minute. And that is my insert query. Insert into cr is my table name actually, and these us name, email, and pass, these are the rows name that I specify in the my database table. And these are the values. These values are actually these values that I assign to these. Actually, dollar sign that name is assigned to my database name, and similarly dollar sign email that I get from the form and assign to its email, and similarly dollar sign pos that I get from the form and assign it to the database pos. So here is the question that how can you remember that the query, because there are the lot of the database queries. So the easiest way is that you can copy the query from your database. Go to your database, and in this database go to the that is my current name database, and go to SQL. Mm. So here is you all of look at the insert button, click on insert, and that is the insert query. You just copy this query from here and paste it in your code. Insert into CR, ID, US name. You just put the values here, edit here, and put your form data here. So you don't need to remember the query, but it is a good practice to remember the query. But if you don't remember it, so just copy it and paste to your VS Code. So in VS Code, go to VS Code. I use this insert query, insert your US name, and in just in values button you just place your variables that on which you on that you assign your form data. as $post. By the help of $post, I get all the data from the form and assign them to the sum of the variable. And then in the values field, I'll assign to the database variables. Now here the connection. Here is the question that how to run the query. For running the query, we use the PHP function that is the mysqli query. Copy it, and I'll tell you something more about this. And go to this and W3 school, our the best teacher, and check here what is the mysqli query. Yeah, that is the mysqli query. MySQL query or simple query function perform a query against a database. It means that it perform a query. Actually, we place the query and now it's time to perform the query. So we use the MySQL query function to running our query. So in MySQL query function has two parameters actually. One is the query and no, sorry, I'll tell you that is MySQL query function. That is, and that is for the used for in OOP when we calling by the help when we calling the query by the help of object. So but here we don't use the OOP, so we use the mysqli query function. First of all, the first its parameter is that the your database connection variable, and second your query variable. So go to the your VS code, and here that is my SQLi query. And first of all, that is $link. And what is $link? $link is our database connection, and the second parameter is our query that is we want to run it. That is, so we store it in $done, and we give it comment or if $done equal true, then it's give us the message alert successfully added, or else it's give us the message record not added. Save it. Now it's time to check our query it's working or not. Refresh it. Here I write my name Mudassir. I use my email yet, that is, and here is the password hello world, and submit it successfully. It means that our query worked successfully. Okay, go to database and refresh. Go to your browser. Okay, please wait a second. Here is that Mudassir and email our Mudassir Ijaz, and why its result is 0. I think I'll provide the percentage in integer so that it give me the 0 result, but I'll check it. Go to our structure. Yes, that is. Our password is in integer. So we use the integer instead of the uh, variable. So here is the name. I use the Mudassir, and the email, everything dc at the rate gmail.com, because I put the required function on the form. So we must provide it, and the password will be the 3333. Submit it. Record successfully added. And now check it. Refresh them and go to the browser. Yes, now it's working successfully. So that is the inside query, and this is the very simple and easiest way, easy way to insert the data. So you just need get the these are only three steps. First is that get the data from the form by the help of $post, and then simply use the copy the inside query from your database and put them on the values, and then running your query, and just run your query, and your data is inserted successfully. Thank you so much. That is the inside query, and we will meet in the next lecture. And in next lecture, I will tell you how you can delete your record from the database. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.